Hey everybody, this is Chris at Favourite Reptiles. Thank you for joining me once again. Anyways, before we get started, I'm going to talk about myself a little bit. My name is Chris. I am a reptile keeper, a reptile breeder. I've been breeding reptiles since '99, but only been breeding ball pythons for about 5 years. Actually, I think I hit the 5-year mark. I started getting into it really big about 3 years ago, and keep on getting bigger and bigger and bigger. Anyways, if you guys are new here, consider subscribing. What that does for you, it keeps you in the loop of all my upcoming videos or videos I release. I release videos every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. I've been releasing them at 3 o'clock Pacific time. I still haven't decided what time I'm going to release it on Saturday. Just trying to get the most views out of my videos. Also, if you hit that like button, what that does for me is kind of gauges where I go with videos. If I get a lot of likes, I kind of keep doing videos like that or kind of doing similar. If I don't get a lot of likes, I'll kind of move on to something else. Anyways, I also had someone ask me how my ESF rats are doing. They are doing very well. This one right here, this ones I picked up from this lady in Tri-Cities. These are a really nice colony. You can see a lot there. There's some babies in there too. These are really sweet. I mean, they're not going to be best pets, but I can actually touch them without them coming and attacking me. So they're really sweet for ESF rats. Now, would they be a good pet? No, but they don't really bite. They just kind of run away. So a lot nicer. Unlike Satan over here. Satan right here will bite me if I give him the chance. So he's gonna come up here. He will bite me instantly. And this is Satan. And he's not called Satan because he's nice. I've been bit by this guy so many times, it's not even funny. I keep him around now just because I think he's funny. Oh yeah, and also I was going to show you this right here. This right here is a nylon try-on sock. I get these from Amazon. It's the socks you get for women. It's like you can try on your shoes at a store. And I just got your normal moss inside there. I just dip in the water in there. Soak it up like a sponge. Kind of wring it out a little bit. And I stick it in the snake's cage, especially the shedding. This really keeps the humidity, makes the humidity go up big time. If you have some humidity problems, this really helps out, especially if they're shedding. I just take these socks and put sphagnum moss in there, and my humidity just goes through the roof. And because I do have a couple that don't shed very well, and this is my answer. Actually, I got this from Chris Hardwick, but he used some kind of nylon bags, and I saw these and I was like, well, these will work a lot better. I just use pantyhose, these little pantyhose things. I'll even show you the box. Little socks, little try-on socks from Amazon. And I think there's like 400 or something in here. I get this from Amazon too. I've already made about 10 bags up, and you can see I barely even touched it because it really expands. So this will last you a long time. Okay, so today actually is a question I got from a text message on Messenger today. Someone asked me, I won't mention your name, is it still worth getting into ball pythons if they started right now? So, because they're worried about the influx of all the people breeding ball pythons and of all the, it's becoming really big right now, and they're afraid of like the ball python market kind of crashing. So, first of all, my first thing to tell you is, are you doing it because you want to make millions of dollars, or are you doing it because you enjoy it? That's the main thing right there. See, me personally, I enjoy breeding ball pythons and keeping reptiles first before making money. Honestly, God, that's the truth. Because I have a lot of videos about making money. I'm pretty good at making money. I'm pretty good at figuring things out. I've had other businesses that have done well. I'm good at crunching numbers and creating money. It's something I'm good at. There's people that are great at singing music, playing music. There's people that are, really good at artists. I'm good at making money, especially for companies, and also crunching numbers. I'm really good at math. That being said, there is a lot easier ways of making money than doing this. So you definitely have to love it to do it. I love ball pythons. I love all kinds of lizards and different reptiles. I mean, I totally love leopard geckos. I totally love crested geckos, and I'm planning on really breeding more of those, but I want to get more into that, but I haven't done that yet. Also, I love blue-tongued skinks. Blue-tongued skinks are amazing, and they are probably one of my favorite lizards. Them and tegus. I really want to breed more of those. See, the problem is there's so many animals to breed in so little time. That's kind of what I'm finding out, and that's why I want to do this full time, is because I can just pour all my energy into this hobby. That's the main reason. And also, I've told you this before, is to just preach the wonderful world of reptiles. I will repeat myself for those that watch my video every week or every one, that I don't need to get on a pedestal and preach about how amazing dogs and cats and birds and other animals that are normally marketed to people as wonderful pets. Because I'm telling you right now, if you don't know anything about reptiles, they make just as great pets as dogs and cats. I do have dogs and cats, and I love my reptiles just as much. I've made it my lifelong goal to spread the love of reptiles. There's other people that did it too. A lot of people clown and always picking on Brian Barczyk. Brian Barczyk has done so much for this reptile community of bringing people in to be part of the reptile community, furthering it along. If you like him or hate him, he's done more for the community than I have, and or anybody else. Another person is Kevin at Nerds. He brings these snakes in, and he just pushes forward how amazing they are. And these people, I mean, you can love them, hate them, but they've made this industry bigger than it ever was. I'll repeat myself, but back in the 90s, early 2000s, reptiles still had a stigma about them, and it's way different than it used to be. And you gotta thank these people, even Justin Cabocca and Billy Rose, all these people that spend their life breeding these animals and made them mainstream. Thank you for this. If you guys watch this video, I do appreciate it. That being said, you have to love doing this. The great thing about this hobby is that you can make money. It's very possible, very easy. You just gotta have the right mindset and understand how it works. It clicks once you have a few babies and you realize there's money into this. Chris Hardwick, he's kind of helped me out along the way. When I really got into it, I watched a few people. I watched Gavin at Balls to You. I watched Chris Hardwick. I watched a lot of Brian. I love Brian's videos, but they're more about just bringing people in. But people like Gavin and Chris Hardwick, and they're really good at giving you the information to further your business or your hobby, and that's why I really like them. I really like watching videos of Billy Rose cutting open eggs. I mean, that's really cool. And Justin Cabocca, I like watching them cut open eggs. I mean, it's really amazing. Some of those things they make are beautiful, and it sets the bar for us to where to move to. But I really like the people that really show me how to do things, because I like to learn, and I will sit here and watch videos all day long and read all day long. I like to further along my knowledge of these reptiles. And I know I'm kind of rambling on here, but I'm trying to answer your question. If you're looking just to make money, this is not the industry for you. This is not the hobby for you. Now, again, like I said before, you can make money in this hobby, and that's a wonderful thing. I said this again, I repeat myself sometimes, I'm sorry, but like I have friends that are really into hunting, fishing. They like to go four-wheeling. This is Washington. We got a lot of mountains, and I guess it sounds like we're a bunch of rednecks here, but we're not all rednecks. But that hobby costs a lot of money, and there's no way to really bring back money into that hobby. Ball pythons, reptiles, there's actually a way of making money, doing your hobby, and actually even, you know, at least recouping what you lost, or recouping some, or even making a business out of it. You just got to be a little more creative. You got to have more than one stream of income coming in. Maybe you got to breed rats. You got to breed maybe like crickets. You got to breed dubia roaches. You know, you got to breed something, and just, and, you know, you got to find different ways of bringing money, and you just can't just do one thing. So you got to be a little more creative, and so that's one thing I'm kind of good at. I'm good at being creative and adding different ways of flows of income into my life. And that's why I make these videos, to kind of help you guys out, to help recoup some money, you know, and also get excited about breeding reptiles. So my thing is, definitely go for it. If you're thinking about starting breeding reptiles, go for it. If you are really thinking about breeding ball pythons, the person that messaged me today, definitely go for it. You will love it. It's a wonderful thing to do, and even if you don't make lots of money, it's definitely worth it. If you're doing it to make tons of money, it's going to take you about 4, 5, 6 years down the road before you actually start seeing a big profit. I said last year is when I started making decent money, and I was actually, whoa, I can make a lot of money on this, and it kind of clicked in my brain. This year I did pretty good, and next year I know I'm going to really crush it. Not trying to brag how much money I make, but I'm being real with you guys that there's actually money to be made in here. Also, YouTube really helps me out. It kind of gets my name out there, so it helps me sell my snakes. Even though I've mostly sold my snakes here in town, I know next year if people ask me to buy snakes, I know I can sell them really easy, and I would love to share my snakes with all the 48 states. I would love to. It'd be awesome to know that, you know, every state has one of my snakes. But it's all about your mindset. If you're planning just to make money and you don't really have the love of it, move on. If you love this thing, and if you love it first and then want to make money, this is a great hobby for you to get into. Now, I'm not gonna lie to you, it's a lot of work. It's a lot of commitment. I go to work 40 plus hours a week, which is nice because my last job I was assistant manager of a place, and I spent 60 to 80, 90 hours a week. It was a lot more pay, but I live there. Where I work now, I work 40, maybe on a really busy week, 48 hours a week. So it's really nice. I get to come home. But after I come home, I have to go downstairs, check on my rats, check on my snakes, check on my animals, feed, water them. I go and clean a bunch of rats that day, a couple of cages, make sure all the water nipples are working, check all the water. It's just something you just can't sit there and hope it'll take care of itself. That's not true. I mean, you come down and check temperatures, make sure all your heat bulbs are working, make sure all your UV bulbs are working. It can cost a lot of money. I mean, even if you're just changing out all the bedding in your snake cage, it can be kind of costly, and it can be kind of a lot of work. I mean, you gotta go in there and pull those tubs out, clean them. Also, I go through every day. I pull them out every day and look for snake poop. That don't take as long, but it's just something that you got to constantly do. So if you don't love this, it's going to get really tedious. But if you do love it, you'll get excited and go down there. Because I'm always excited, like when they lay eggs. It's like a kid in the candy store. It's like almost like gambling. It's in a way, because you never know what kind of, even though you have an idea what's going to come out of those snakes, you have all these morphs that you put in there. It's like, well, you hope everything hits. And you open them up and like, oh my, this hit or that didn't hit. It's a great feeling. That being said, I also like slot machines. I like the feeling of having that chance of just hitting that jackpot, and I love that feeling with the snakes too. Like if all of them hit, like you're like yes, and it's really exciting. But definitely worth getting into still. Just don't think you're gonna make tons of money the next day or the next year. The first couple years, I drained lots of money into this. I'm not gonna lie, I drained lots of money. Even last year, which I could have just kept the money and not bought more snakes and not bought more racks. I decided to invest it back in, and for tax reasons too. But I decided to invest it all back in and buy some more stuff and more equipment to better my business. So just think about that. But it's fun. It's amazing. I mean, I can look you guys in the eye right here and tell you how wonderful it is to breed these things and to have them in my life. So I hope that answers your question. Hey guys, I mean, it's a wonderful hobby. You guys should be motivated about it. It's a wonderful feeling. I mean, also going to reptile shows and talking to other people that breed these things, it's really addicting. Once you go to a few shows and you get to talk to people about these animals, it's fun. And it's kind of cool to go to places with people that are like-minded and just shooting the breeze about these things and learning things you didn't know from other people that tried this. I did this and worked out for me, like awesome. And well, I did this, and they go, oh, well, that's cool, because you learn from each other, and it's a wonderful feeling. Anyways, guys, I hope that helps out. Even if the person that asked that question, I hope that helps you out, and also you guys watching, I hope that answers some questions that you might have had. Anyways, guys, I will see you next time. I love you guys. Thanks you guys for support. I am totally on task to hitting 1,000 by well, in less than 6 months. So I do appreciate you guys. Thank you. Please check out some other videos here. Also, hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you next time. Later.